Hello all. I might sound a little bit nasally because, winter and all, so I'm a bit of a mouth breather at the moment, so do excuse me. But just give you a small introduction. This is pretty much about this knocking noise that's happening in the engine bay of people's FK8s. The main thing or problem is that people have taken their cars to the dealerships with the same exact noise, and the dealerships have all gone through the same uh, procedure of investigating the engine. And no one can blame them because, of course, it sounds like a spun bearing, bent conrod. I don't know. It sounds very similar, but with no engine management light, no knock sensor warning, nothing. Like nothing's come up, so nothing in the log. So the next thing to do is really, well, for me or for anyone else, is to keep searching, keep finding out what else could be the cause of the noise, which is what I did essentially for the last 2 weeks or so. This noise has been quite bothersome, and I decided to take it to the internet to look at the problem internationally. So, like, obviously, I've got a lot of FK8s in the US, so I figured eventually someone out there will have found the cause of this blasted noise. And in the end, I came across a bloke who suggested bleeding the brakes if you heard this noise. Obviously, it sounds a bit strange to begin with, but as you'll see in this video, all I do is pump the brakes. Now, this is after about half an hour's worth of driving or something, so the engine's somewhat warm. It doesn't really do it when it's cold, as some of you might have already experienced. Um, But yeah, I literally just pump the brakes a few times, quite aggressively, until you hear like a weird puff noise coming out of the brake pedal, or I'm assuming, like, I don't know, slave cylinder or master cylinder, whatever. Sorry, um, and you will notice that the knocking noise just gets louder and louder. I rev it a few times just to see if maybe the vacuum line. Obviously, I don't know too much about the assembly of this, so do bear with. But obviously there's air in the system, or the vacuum line is just like leaking air or something. So revving it, I thought, why not? And it does die down a little bit. The rhythm of the knock gets, I don't know, interrupted in a way, which means to me that it's linked, which is why we can hear the knocking noise so clearly around the engine as opposed to anywhere else. Um, but I think, obviously, right now my car is booked in for at the dealership. Obviously, I've got the car back now, but once they get word from, I believe, technicians from Belgium, not sure why. I thought it was going to be Japan, to be honest, but then they will continue the investigation. But for now, anyone out there who is curious that why their FK is still making this noise, I would try and avert your attention to the brake system, perhaps bleeding it uh, once or twice even. Maybe, just maybe, this noise might go away. I know for a fact that my pre-facelift FK never made this noise. Obviously, I've got a Boost Blue facelift FK, but my intuition says to me that no way has this engine only done 12,000 miles and crapped itself. Essentially, it's got to be something else. Um, so yeah, good luck all.